Hi guys, Conny here. I just want to go over the how to become successful online. A lot of people ask me, well, can you explain how you did that? And well, there's no real explanation in how to become successful because there are a lot of different kind of things that people do in order to get successful. Okay? The golden rules, I made the golden rules because that are the golden rules. If you cannot do whatever it says right there on the screen, then you will not be a successful investor. You will not be able to make money successfully because there are a lot of stuff that you don't want to do. And if you do these things anyway, then you will lose every time and time again. Okay? So, what do you really need to know before you start to invest? Okay. Well, point one is always never invest if you cannot afford to start in that business. Okay? So, point one is always if you have, let's say, $100 on your bank account and you know that your refrigerator is going to be empty soon and you need to feed your kids and you need to get some groceries and you only have $100 to do that, then basically it's really simple. Then you don't want to start in the business putting money in because there's your gamble, because you're gambling your $100 and you never know if you're going to win. And besides that, you need to fill your refrigerator for your kids and yourself. You need to pay your rent. You need to do stuff that are really, really important, okay? So it's always point one, do never invest if you cannot afford to start, okay? I know it's annoying. I know it looks really, really good, that business. It doesn't matter, okay? There are a lot of businesses out there that look really, really good, and there will be an opportunity later on if you do have the money that you can just, well, afford to lose, okay? Because we never know what these businesses do. Of course, point two, also a very important point, is never rely on referrals or commissions. You need to know always, if you're going to promote it, nothing wrong with promotion, okay? But if you're going to promote it, never rely on commissions or people that jump into your team and, well, maybe they are going to do something or maybe they don't. So you never want to rely on those people because you never know if you are getting people in your team and then with that you're not done because it's not always fun to have referrals in your team because a lot of people are complaining because when that business fails then they are blaming you because they say that they jumped in that business because you made that video. That's the biggest bullshit I ever heard, okay? Because they make their own decisions. So, in point three, do your own research first, always. If you see a video, if I make a video, if whatever person is making a video, and it looks really, really good, never trust whatever I say or anybody else out there, okay? You need to do your own research and then make your own decisions. You cannot rely on my videos. You cannot rely on anybody else's videos. The reason why I'm saying that is because it's important that you are doing your own research. You are doing your own learning of the business and then see if this thing is really something for you and if you want to jump into whatever person's team. What I didn't mention in here is whatever sponsor you get, because a lot of people click on sponsor links and they don't even know who they're joining. Okay, so basically what happens with me is when I ask somebody who is your sponsor, then a lot of people say, oh, I didn't even pay attention to that, I just clicked on a link somewhere. Don't do that, okay? It's not even mentioned in here, but don't do that, okay? Always know whom you're joining, because the person that you join should be able to explain the business correctly. In other words, when you need help, and that means if it's not a technical thing, okay, because there's another explanation for that, but if it's not technical and you need to know where to go, how to do things, then of course you need to go and be able to go to that sponsor. And if you don't know who that is, then you have to rely on support for that business. And it's not always that support is really, really helpful. So never rely on support. But there you go again. You can never rely on anybody else also. So in point 4, do not worry about what other people say. A lot of people will bring businesses down, say it's a scam, well, whatever they say. Okay? You can listen to that if you want to. But is that your own decision, or is that the decision that they made? Not you. Because you didn't do your research. And sometimes you can't do any research, because a lot of businesses out there don't give anything out. So they don't give an address where they're located. They don't give a country where they're located. They don't have any emails. They don't have any phone numbers or whatever. Okay? So sometimes when I join a business, it's just a gut feeling. My gut tells me, okay, I'm just going to try it out and I'm going to gamble. Okay, so there we go again. Always treat your investment as a gamble. So you're jumping into a casino and you have $100 in your pocket. Yeah, you put it in a slot machine and then it's gone. And maybe you won, maybe not. Maybe you walk out without that $100. It's the same thing. So I always emphasize to everybody, if you have the chance to get your initial investment back, then do that as fast as you can, okay? And don't rely in point 4 and worry about what other people say, because a lot of people are going to compound, and then whatever they earn, they're going to put it back in and put it back in, and they tell you that that's a good thing. If it is a business that is really reliable, well, we don't know. We never know, okay? And as long as you don't know if a business is really going to stay for a long time, you don't want to do that. You always want to get your investment out first. Why? Because then you're safe. You have your money back that you put out from out of your pocket, and then you're free. So whatever you earn on top of that is going to be, of course, there you go. That is what you can use to reinvest if you want to compound. But be aware that what people say is not always true, and that's why I always say, do not worry about what people say. Even when I make a video and I know I am reliable, you can rely on whatever I say, but I tell you to not do that, because there are not people out there that basically does the same thing that I do. That is the reason why I am successful in making money online. And the most important thing is, if a business fails and you lost the money that you put in, to never blame anybody else but yourself, because you did your research. you made the decision to start in that business. Whatever link you clicked on, whatever sponsor you have, it doesn't matter. Because it's not that person's fault if the business is going to fail, because that sponsor has failed also, or just made sure that he got his investment out first and then made some money. So guys, it's always, these are the golden rules, always, in whatever you do, okay? It's never a guarantee. Let's say we put it out there in another way. So let's say it's not a business, and you're going to put an investment in something, okay? Let's do it and put that money online, and you're going to buy that sweater. You want to have that sweater, going to that online store, and you're going to pay for that sweater. Now that store is forcing you to pay first before you're getting your sweater. Well, let's say you did that. Okay. Of course you cannot compare it to whatever I'm telling you here, but you never know if you get the correct sweater. That is one. So you have to send it back if it's not correct. Then you never know if that business is going to fail and you're never getting your money back. Because when you send it back, there's never a guarantee that you get your money back, but you can make a work of it. But it costs you a lot of work in order to get your money out or back from whatever you lost from buying that sweater. Okay? So even though it's only a sweater that you bought, it's still money that you used, gambled in order to get the correct sweater with the correct size, with the correct color. It's always a gamble. And in most of these stores, you will get your money back, but not all of them. They're not telling you, and they're not giving you any guarantees. Of course, they tell you on the website it's a guarantee, but there you go again. You don't want to listen to whatever they say. Yeah? Because in most cases, you will get your money back. You will get that sweater that you really wanted. But it's not always the case. Sometimes businesses just go out of business, and then there's no money to be taken from a business that doesn't have any money. So what I always do is if I lose something, and of course I lost a lot of money on the way. Yes, of course, I'm making a lot of money, but I also lose money because I'm not always making the right decisions, guys. The reason why is because I do my own research. I'm not relying on anybody else's videos. I'm not listening out there on YouTube on what anybody says. All those gurus, all those big boys, whatever they say. It doesn't matter for me. What I focus on is if I like it, the business, and then I'm going to do my own research. And I'm going to jump in that business when I think that well, I want to do that, and I can afford to lose that. So if that business is going to fail after a couple of months or whatever, then I'm going to let it go and move on. Never be stuck in that old business, talking about it on YouTube, on Facebook, on Telegram, and basically annoying everyone about that business that failed. It's not going to help you out to get your money back, okay? So if you want to be a successful investor, you want to be successfully making money online, and here are your golden rules, guys. If you cannot do this, what I'm showing you here, if you can't, then you are not an online investor, and there's nothing wrong with that, by the way, you need to find yourself a boss to work for. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong working for a boss 40 hours a week, whatever hours a week, and then making money, coming home and do your own thing. There's nothing wrong with that. But yeah, I know a lot of people are struggling because with only one boss, they can't make it. They don't make enough money. So what happens is that they are going to try to find something online to make money from. And basically making a lot of mistakes on the way because they never did that. And I always tell in my videos, everything is a gamble. There's never a guarantee. This works until it closes, okay? I emphasize that on and on and on. And still a lot of people are like, oh yeah, but you brought me in this business. No, you brought yourself in that business, okay? I never told you to get in. I never told you to click on that link. You can join anybody on YouTube. If you want to join anybody else, then do so. Because I am never relying on my referrals and my commissions. I only put in what I can afford to lose, and I'm always calculating what I am going to earn, hopefully, or get out of the business, hopefully, with my money only. Always think like that. Never rely on anybody else. A lot of people are saying, yeah, it's a scam, and what are you doing, and all that. And I'm like, if it's a scam, I will see that and learn that on the way. And if it's not, it's not. And if it is, well, then of course I will let it go and move on. So hopefully you will do that too. And this is the same thing if you want to start making videos telling everyone how things work. Then the golden rule is you need to know how the business works. If you don't know how the business works, you cannot teach anybody else how to do things or how to show things or where to go and from point 1 to point 2 and then do this and then do that. If you can't explain it simply, then you didn't understand it. So go learn that first before you go make videos for other people to watch. A lot of people tell me that I explain everything in detail. Yes, I do, because I think it's important that people need to know everything about it. If I forget anything, then they will let me know. And I can make a new video, whatever, or just rectify in whatever I did wrong. So, but I will mostly in every video that I do, I will be very, very detailed in what you need to know. And a lot of people on YouTube that are making videos forget to say things, forget to explain, go from not from point 1 to 2, no, they go from point 1 to point 5. And they skip point 2, 3, and 4. How are you going to explain anybody else how it works? And what you're basically getting is a lot of questions. I try always to avoid having questions. So if I explain the business very well, step by step, or whatever I can do to do it correctly, then I never get any questions. And I never do. So why is that? Why don't I get any questions about explanations for businesses? Because I explain in detail what people need to know. I never leave anything out. And if I did leave anything out, then somebody will just tell me that I left anything out, and I will basically make a new video and put it in there. So I try always to be honest, because I don't see any benefit in lying to anybody. There is no benefit in that, because I'm hurting myself. I'm not here to make videos and getting referrals and commissions. No. I want to help other people make money online. That's why I'm showing you this video. Because I can make it without any referral link or whatever, okay? I don't have to put it in there, but people ask me to do that. People ask me, what is your referral link? I want to join in your team because you can explain everything really, really well. Well, okay, if you really want me to do that, then I will. But it's not me to blame when something goes wrong with that business. So keep in mind that you always know whom you're joining. There's nothing wrong with just working for a boss 40 hours a week, coming home, and then putting yourself in the chair and just watch television and do your thing, or walk the dog and go eat and then go to bed and whatever, and then do the same thing the next day. There's nothing wrong with that. You get a paycheck every month, hopefully, okay? Because otherwise, sometimes there's also bosses that loses their businesses where you work for. There's never a guarantee. But mostly it will work out fine. But there are basically businesses that are getting out of business and you work for that boss, and then, yeah, he doesn't have any money anymore. His business is closed down, and, well, hopefully he can get the money from the government or whatever, if there's anything to get, okay? But online, making money online is really hard to do if you don't have a lot of money. That is just basically it. When I started making money online, of course I struggled because I didn't know all these things. What I'm showing you right now, I didn't know that. I didn't know how to do that. I just joined anybody and I just relied on whatever they say on YouTube and all that. I never do that anymore. For a long time anymore. I always do my own thing. And I don't like it if people come to me and tell me, you have to look at this business, you have to look at that business. I'm not going to do that. Because I always do my own thing. I never rely on other people. And you don't want to do that, okay? So never rely on what anybody says on YouTube, even if I make a video. Because if you are going to blame me, then yeah, well, that's hard for you, because I'm just going to let it go and move on. And I'm just going to let you hang in there because you made a decision, the same decision that I made in that business, to join it. Because I'm not the owner. I don't have a business online. I am an investor just like you are. So if you join in my team, then I'm grateful that you joined in my team, and of course I'm getting a little commission from you. But you don't bleed from that commission. I benefit from that little commission that I'm getting, but I never rely on my commissions, never. But it can help a lot more, and that is the same for you too. If you decide to do the same that I do, make videos, there's nothing wrong with that, because the best thing to promote anything is on YouTube, making videos. Okay, that is the best thing out there. There's nothing better than that. You can have a list of 3 or 4 of 6,000 people, and then just do a blast out to those emails, and then hopefully somebody will do something. That is the same thing with YouTube. But in YouTube, people like to see people. So people like to hear things, see things. In an email, they don't see anything. Or you need to send them a video. Then it's another thing. But they want to see that video before they're going to read anything else. That's what they do. And not everybody is going to join in your business. So I always treat my business as I do it on my own. And if nobody joins, then nobody joins. It doesn't matter for me. I'm still making money in that business. If it goes well, then I'm going to get my investment out. And that is the first thing I do. So, point 1, if you want to be an investor and be successful, then these are the golden rules. And if you want to make videos on your own, then don't worry about what anybody else says. If they're going to comment on my video and they're going to tell me I'm an idiot and all that, I don't care, okay? That is the thing that you need to be able to do. You need to not care about that. If you are going to worry about what anybody else says, then just leave this and then don't be an investor and, well, never make any videos, okay? Because people do that. People will tell you you are an idiot, or because they are just jealous of whatever you earn or whatever you have in that account. And a lot of people are like that. You don't want to react on that. You just need to laugh about it. If I see something like that telling me because they are jealous of whatever I do or disliking a video, I don't care. I don't care, because I'm not making that video because I want to have people in my team. No, I'm making that video because hopefully you will learn from whatever I lose, or maybe we win together. We don't know, okay? I hope that you will win just like I am. And that's why I make these videos. Not because I'm relying on my referrals. No, I never do. I never do. I have 4 other businesses that I'm not even talking about on YouTube. Nobody's in there. I don't have any referrals in that. And some of them are paying and some of them are not. But I've never relied on anybody else joining in that business. I need to rely on whatever I can do and what I can get out of that business. And if I don't, then it's my problem, because I started in that business and it was my problem. I put that money in. If I put $5,000 in something, then it's the gamble money that I'm using and that I can afford to lose. If I cannot afford to lose $5,000, why would I put it in? Why would I jeopardize not stacking my refrigerator or paying the rent or whatever I need to do in life? Why would I jeopardize that? I would be an idiot if I do that, okay? So even though a business is telling you that the minimum investment is $100 and you don't have that, then don't go try to borrow it from anybody else. Don't borrow money from your family, because these people are the closest people to you, and these people can blame you very easily, okay? And can make life really hard because they are too close to you. Never borrow money from the bank, because if you do that and that business fails, you still have to pay that bank. And if you have a house or whatever you have, then everything will be taken because you took that loan from the bank, and the bank says, well, I need a payment every month and I'm not getting any payments anymore. So basically you're just hurting yourself. Don't do that. And never borrow from family unless they are going to put that money in themselves underneath you, okay? That's what you can do, but never borrow anything. Try to, if you still want to do this, but you don't have the money, then try to see in your house, look for things that you don't need and you want to sell it. That is the way to start in a business, because that is money that you sold your item and you got that money, and then you can do whatever you can do with that money in that business. But always remember that you can lose, because that business It's never for sure that it's going to stay for a long time. Can be gone tomorrow, can be gone next week, can be gone in a month or two or in half a year. And if it stays longer, then you are lucky. So, step 1, always treat your investment as a gamble and get your investment back as fast as you can. That is the way to make money online. And sometimes it helps and sometimes it doesn't help, because sometimes we lose. And that is the way the cookie crumbles. There is no other thing that I can say about that. It sounds annoying, and I really know it's annoying, but I think that it's really important for you guys to know that if you start for the first time, these are your golden rules. Even if you want to make videos and you want to start a YouTube channel, oh people, try to be as honest as you can. Don't listen to what anybody tells you in the comment section. Yeah? And then you're fine. Don't rely on other YouTube videos or other YouTubers. Don't listen what I say. Don't listen whatever they say. Because we are all idiots. We are all basically putting money in a system, and we don't really know who is behind that system. Who is behind that business? They can tell you the golden whatever. They can tell you it's really reliable and they are really, really good and all that. Don't believe that. Never believe that. As long as you keep in mind that you never believe whatever it tells you on the screen or in a video or whatever, you're fine and you will make money online. I will see you next time. Bye guys.